Dang it, didn't work. Oh, it is on fire. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. Just having a fire, not much is up. I'm hoping I'm going to have a fire if it wants to light. Well, I've got some embers in there. Nope, that one didn't want to go that way, but I've got plenty of tinder. It should go. It really should have already started. Realistically, like it should be going right now. It just needs to hit one of the anything on the tinder pile, and it'll go up. It's just getting that to do it. Yeah, we got it. We got it. This is really dry wood. It's going. The fire's going. I can see it in the center. I'm actually trying to burn out a stump right now, and I figured why not have a nice fire with it. It's going. It just hasn't made it outside yet. Like I can look on the inside and see the fire. I'll show you. See? There's no stopping it now. Plus, I got all this wood to burn too. Just having a fire. I haven't done an evening fire like this in a long time. Not on stream, at least. And I really wanted to have a fire. So I took an hour to collect a bunch of wood. And this will get the mosquitoes gone. Weekend was great, and now I get to have this beautiful, beautiful fire. And don't worry about the grass or the ground. We've had a really wet year. I can't dig down a foot without hitting water. That's why everything is so lush and green. And I'm trying to burn out the stump that's there because that's where I'm going to be planting a post for the greenhouse that's going around the camper. And that stump has got to go. I think I should be able to have enough wood to go for an hour, but I told you I got it going. My fire skills are supreme. It's beautiful. And with this, I can sit outside without getting eaten to death by mosquitoes. And I kind of want the nails in here. So I had an old pallet that I was using for stairs, but I got a new, better pallet that I'm using for stairs now. So the one that was rotten has been removed and being burnt. Oh, this is a crappy Android 6. A Google, a Pixel 6, I believe it's called a 6, that I got used last year. And the home is right behind me. That's where I live. And this far north, you don't get any of the noises of the city, so I don't hear any ambulances going by like I did when I was in Toronto or Sudbury. I didn't hear all the highway noises. It's beautiful. You might hear a train go by once in a while, but that's a train. That doesn't count. Yep, no, the mosquitoes are bad. Not right now, but that's because of this. And I wanted to burn this one. I couldn't get this one apart. So we're going to burn the tea. I don't touch drugs, my friend. Don't even smoke weed. I will have a beer, maximum 3 once in a while. That's true. Yeah, big enough fire, all the mosquitoes will be gone forever. Let's go ahead and do that now. I don't like the way intoxicants make me feel. I like to be in my own. I like to, I don't like messing with my head. I like to be in my senses. Right there, I got a bunny. I don't agree with that, but yeah, that's my bunny. I've got another tattoo that I'm not going to show you because instantly demonetized and pet channel banned. You're not allowed to show your private parts. And that's not a joke. It sounds like a joke. It's not. It's a happy face on my penis. Hey, Nate, how you doing? I'm having a fire. I should actually zoom that out a little bit more. So I'm burning out a stump and getting rid of an old rotten pallet plus a bunch of other wood I've harvested. But I want to collect the nails from the pallets because I can use them. That's how I collect them, is by burning it out and collect them in the morning with my magnet. No, nanny, it's a happy face, actually. I was young and dumb, and I thought it was hilarious. It was. It still is. Moose is good. Moose is good. She's inside for the night, though. As much as I trust her to be outside, I don't trust her outside at nighttime because we've got a wolf around here, and I could see her easily getting snapped up and consumed. very quickly. Oh, the heat is coming off. That is beautiful. And I was getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, but the second that fire started, they're all gone. Jenna and Caden, that's a name we don't mention here. I don't give a shit about that person. He's so far off my radar. I don't care about that person. And I don't give him the time of day. That's what he's mad about. So just anything to do with him, I ignore. He's nothing to me. Yeah. Not a welcome person on the channel. I'm just here enjoying a nice big fire. Cuddy, Moose is inside. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll let her out and see what she does. It's not too dark. Hey, Moose, do you want to come outside? Moosey moo. Come on out. Don't go too far. Stay with me. There she is. There's the pretty moose. Hey, Moose. Oh, she's going for a run. There, yeah, there's the moose. She's getting big and fat. Once it gets dark, she's going to go back in, though. I don't want her to get her eaten by a wolf. No. It is nobody important, man. Not even worth your time to look into. Let's throw this stuff on, too. Some big stuff. Yeah, this is one of the... I've been wanting to have an evening fire. I was planning to do a big one next week, which I still am planning on doing. But, I really felt like having a fire today. And I haven't shared a proper bonfire with you guys for a while. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. You've got a good name there, Rob. I also am named Robert. My favoriteest name in the world. And these are just crappy pallets that were rotten. I was using this one for the top step on my stairs to get in and out. Moosey moo, don't go too far. But I'm just glad to get rid of them because they were rotten, breaking. And now they're fire. Because I was given a really nice pallet today. And don't worry about it being on the grass. Is just fine. It's been very wet up here this year. Down south has been pretty bad for the forest fires, but I'm trying to burn out a stump, and I'm going to be burning out this entire area. I have a lot of fires. I have a lot of fires. I've been trying to stream every day recently. Because I finally settled into the homestead. Yeah, I'm closer to Timmins. There's no fire ban up here. It's been so wet, and especially on this property, it's so marshy. Moosey moo, come! Come! It's been so wet. I have no risk of anything burning down. And again, I'm trying to burn this whole area out here because I'm putting up a greenhouse over the camper. Well, Robert, I appreciate the sub. In fact, I gotta move the phone back a little bit because the fire is too big and it's starting to get hot. Hey, Moosey Moo. How you doing, Moosey Moo? That's my moose. She is a mutt. She is a dachshund and Australian Shepherd mix. And she's a good girl. Pretty girl. Hey, Big J. I think I got enough wood, hopefully, to last an hour. But the size of this fire, I don't think it's going to make it an hour. Do you want to go back in? Do you want to go back to bed? See, the dog, she'd be telling me she wants to go to bed. Michael, I'm hopefully going to be able to do more next year. I'm looking into rabbits and chicken. I can't do anything like that right now. I got like my bank account has like 25 cents in it. And that's until Thursday of this coming Thursday. I get my $182, $178, about $180 from YouTube, and that's for supplies. But this coming October, I believe I found some seasonal employment at a outdoor outfitter store nearby here. That's 40 hours a week, and that'll be enough for me to start really building up the homestead and getting there, being able to do the things I'm not currently able to. But right now, I'm barely getting by, but I am getting by. Honestly, I wouldn't be getting any protein if it wasn't for lentils and fish. You can own a gun up here. You need a special license. My license isn't to own a gun. You need a license to sell firearms and ammunition, which I was working at a kind of an outdoorsy store. She also rented out cottages when I was living in Sudbury. And yeah, that's where I got that license so I could help her sell firearms. That is a huge flame. We've got a wild moose running around. What you doing, Moosey Moo? So, I've been trying to get disability for a while. I got denied it again. I should be on it because I've got MS. They make it really hard. Like, I've heard people taking, don't go that way, Moose, up to 10 years to get it. Ontario Works, I got flat out denied for Ontario Works because I have more than $10,000 of possessions in my name. I've got my home right there. And this property is worth about $5,000. Moose! Come here, Moose! There she comes. What you doing, huh? But yeah, I got denied Ontario Works. See, they basically laughed. If you have more than $10,000 of assets, they will not give you Ontario Works. Are you stealing my wood? It's okay. Like, I'm surviving. I'm still getting like between $150 and $200 a month off of ad revenue, which keeps me going. And I find a little bit of work here and there. And honestly, which saves me a lot of time, somebody throws me a little bit of money on the PayPal. There is a donation link in my bio. That helps me get through a lot too. I'm very frugal. I'm going to be on the 21st. I'm going to break out a character and buy myself 4 beers and do a nice long campfire live stream on the 21st. Uh, but I'll be doing a video the day after of what I buy in supplies to last a month. And I'll be doing a lot more budget meals because I've been planning videos. I just don't have the things to make it for like meals and whatnot to last a month with the funds that I have on an extreme budget. Like realistically, how I am surviving. So I've got one video gonna do. My first one is I've got flour, yeast, and sugar. I'm gonna make a sort of a pizza dough and do a chicken bake, a chipotle chicken bake. I just need to get a couple cans of chicken and the chipotle seasoning, and yeah, that's it. Some cheese too. Make my dough and cook it in the hobo oven. Well, that Michael, that's not exactly true. The immigrations get a lot given to them when they first get here, but it's not as good as you think. Yes, on arrival they get $3,000, but that's a one-time thing, you know. And it's not like there are a few cases where they are put to the head of the line for housing, which sucks. But I also, you know, you're coming from a war-torn country. I understand why they would put you ahead of the line. But I also don't understand why there are what 15,000 people, homeless people in Toronto that are not addicted and do not have mental health problems that are on ODSP and they're homeless, living in shelters, waiting for housing. I don't understand why that is. That's of the in Ontario of the what 150,000 people that are homeless. Over 15,000 of them are disabled, not addicted, and the government don't give a shit. Right now it's kind of outdoorsy stuff. My channel, Salvo Fox. Outdoorsy stuff, fishing, stuff like that. I used to be homeless. I'm straight up with you. I used to be homeless, living in the bush, like deep, deep bush, real bush, bushy, bushy, bush. But I'm now on a homestead, and I guess it's just my day-to-day life as it is now. A lot of fishing, fires, and when I go live, I like to chat. You guys are my emotional and mental support. Right, Moose? There's a moose somewhere. There's a moose. Can't show my feet off. That's for the OnlyFans. What are you doing? That was a joke. I don't have OnlyFans yet. Well, I'm fortunate where I am. It's a community of homesteaders. I'm on a half-acre plot. Some of the mods last year set me up. Sorry, this year they set me up a GoFundMe to get me here. And where I am, it was only $5,000 for a lifetime license. The only fees every year is your part of the taxes. Get out of that, which is $150. I said no. So I'll never be homeless again. And yeah, I was a little bit. I had more money when I was homeless because I was working in the outdoor outfitter store, but all my money was going towards my meds anyways. But living in a tent isn't a life. At least this way, I've got my land. No one can kick me off. I'm not scared anymore. I have a locking door and a bed and a dog. This is a life. You did help, but it was Cornish platypus, Cornish, Tyrone, Jeremiah, and more. They set that up. They fought with me for what 6 months to do it. I kept saying no, 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 don't do it, don't do it, and they really wore me down. And I said fine, do it. And that's why I'm not homeless anymore. I'll never be again. But you know, even that only go that got me here, got me set up, and that pretty much since March, April, May I was working for an insurance company. That's why I had the internet. But we all got laid off once those tariffs happened with Trump. So I had 5 weeks of work, and it was that helped me get through until now. But now I might have something coming up in October, so that'll be good. All I need is 5 months worth of work on that, 40 hours a week. With the amount I spend is like nothing. That'll take me for the next year. And I get to have this beautiful fire. Are you stealing wood? Hey! She keeps coming by and stealing from my pile of wood. She's like taking 10 of them now. You know, I appreciate every bit of that I got. I'm here because of that, and again, I will I will never let myself starve as long as there's green here. There's that. Like tomorrow, tonight I harvested. I wanted a coffee, but I didn't want a coffee. I wanted something sweet, and I'm out of sugar, so I harvested from that kind of tree right there. It's called a tamarack, and I made a tamarack coffee. It was like a really lemony coffee. It was really good though, and it was kind of sweet. So that's what I did tonight, and tomorrow I harvested a bunch of herbs and greenery that are edible. I'm going to be making a lentil soup with some dried lentils that I have, some rice, all the herbs and spices. That'll be good. Tomorrow, that's what I'll do. And probably go down fishing, see if I can bring anything in to add a little bit of protein and variety to my meal. Well, right now I'm burning rotted out pallets and deadfall. This is poplar. This is dead poplar. It was dead standing, so I harvested as much as I could today. Took about 6 of them down, and that's what I'm burning. It's just, you can use poplar's not a good wood to use. It rots really quick. It's a softer wood, but it burns really hot and kind of fast. But if it's dead, standing and dry, it's good for a fire, especially outside like this. And I've been burning a rotted out pallet that I was using for stairs because my neighbors came by and gave me that nice, beautiful pallet there. And yeah, that's my stairs going inside. I got rid of the rotted out ones so I can, I got stairs. Because my legs don't lift up that high. Something about having MS, it sucks. Moose, come back. Moosey Moo, come home. Come. There she is. There's the moose. There's the moose. Sit. How did you get so dirty in like 2 seconds? You had just had a bath. You just had a bath today. That's why I didn't want you to come out, because you were nice and clean. Little shit. Don't steal any more wood, you little shit. Don't you steal wood. No. Yeah, no, I do want to put a ramp up. It's, again, my legs just don't want to work all the time. Ever. Really. But since I've had the meds back, since I've been back on the meds and whatnot, everything has been a lot better. You're not stealing more wood. This is mine. You've already taken 10 pieces. What are you doing with it, huh? This is what I'm going to burn. Yeah, I know, it breaks your heart. You want that wood to chew on. She keeps stealing from my pile. Nomads are very, very important, and just being able to walk around like somewhat normal has been nice. Like today, I spent. You can clearly see the trails I've cut when you go walk down them. I've been clearing all the deadfall, and my trails are very winding. If it's dead, I'm taking it for my fires. I have noticed a kid that likes to cause a lot of problems. He's a little shit disturber. Do you want to go in? Is that what you're asking? You want to go in? That's the community up here is fantastic. I love all of my neighbors. I don't like the organizer. He just sucks. But the even the neighbors I had problems with, I don't have problems with anymore. We buried the hatchet, and we're cool. Well, Jen, right now my plan is to. It's why I'm having the fire here. There was a stump here. I'm gonna dig a hole, and I've been harvesting that log in the grass there. I've got about 30 of fresh tamarack. Fresh poplar. I've harvested. I've got 35 of them. I'm gonna plant all of them across in the front here, right around the trailer, and then wrap the entire thing in greenhouse plastic because I have the a couple rolls of greenhouse plastic my neighbor gave me, total of 450 feet. I need about 300 feet, so I'm going to greenhouse the camper, put a wood stove out here, use the poplar as a guidepost, and bushcraft a greenhouse out. And that'll be one of the ways to heat, plus the propane. The main one will be a wood burning stove because I have a delivery of tamarack logs, cut and split, oak tamarack logs to burn for the winter. Eight quarts of it, 8 cords of it. So that is more than enough for the winter. And I'm working on saving supplies for the winter. I've got a couple jars of more than a couple jars of pickled eggs I've made, and an ungodly amount of pickles, like cucumber pickles, like fuck, 25 gallons worth of cucumber pickles. I'm not homeless anymore. Well, I'll tell you how it happened when I was is I got sick. See, there was a time I did very well for myself in life. I was a crane operator. I had a fantastic life and I was married. I got sick. I had a seizure while I was at work, and when you have seizures, they like to take away, your licenses. They took away my licenses, my ability to work. The ex-wife really didn't like that. Didn't want to be with me anymore. Started fucking around like when I'm in the hospital. Heck, for all I know, it could have been going on longer than that. Divorce got cleaned out in the divorce. I was broken. I was broken beyond belief. I should have fought harder. But yeah, lost everything. Held on for a few years. Held on for about 3 years. Living in a crappy basement apartment. Seizures, in pain, not knowing why, because the MS diagnosis is. I've only known I got MS for a year, been on proper medication. And yeah, that's what happened. I finally couldn't pay for the apartment I was renting. And I told the landlord, I can't pay you. I've got no money. Just let me leave at the end of the month and give me my deposit back, and I'm gone. He did. And I spent 17 months homeless. I've got things I make that are that I enjoy that are cheaper. I'm gonna make a chipotle chicken bake. That'll be a full 2 to 3 meals for like $2 to $3. Hey Joe, how you doing? I think it's time to throw a bunch of wood on this fire. Let's put more on. And yeah, it's so cold up here. Like the climate, we've got a frost warning tonight, so there's gonna be frost overnight. That's how chilly it's gonna be. Moosey moo, come home. Good girl. And you brought my wood back. Oh, you gonna run away with that? You little shit. Oh, I love that dog. There, we got the fire again. The basic skills I had when I was homeless was the only thing I really knew was foraging. Everything else was learned by getting hurt a lot. I've known how to forage since I was a kid. Used to go down with my grandparents to Taylor Creek Park to forage vegetables and all the greenery. So I know foraging. And I have a couple books now for the local area, so I know what to forage. Besides that, I had really no outdoor skills. I was a delicate, pretty princess. But after the second time, your tent gets flooded out, and because you chose the wrong spot, you learn quickly. Same with when a deer crashes through your tent or that, you learn how to hide. You learn how to cover your tracks. You learn what. You learn quickly. You learn not to camp under what trees. If there are any dead branches on a tree, you stay very far away from that. You look for small rises in the area where water doesn't pool. Everything I learned was because of a mistake I made. Fucking raccoons. You know what's the best thing about up here? I'm so happy about. There's no raccoons. My last night homeless. My very last night homeless. I was intending on leaving in the morning, going right to the bus and getting out of there. I left early. I left early that day and got a hotel room, which I was planning on not doing. But I did. I left like a day early, got a room, slept, and left the day after. Because I had broken down the entire camp, had been throwing everything out, getting rid of everything, cleaning up the spot to put it back the way it was. So it's easy to get in and out of the tent. I even, at one point, so the entrance of the tent, the zipper, had broken on it through the winter. So I had built something to block the front off so I could get in and out. That was all gone. It was pretty much back to normal. All I had to do was pack the tent up and the tarp and throw it out. 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, the last day I was homeless. I wake up because there's a pressure on my chest. Open my eyes and I scream, "Oh my God!" Ah! Because there was a freaking raccoon sitting on my chest. Scared the crap out of him when I yelled like that. And I swear to God, he flipped me off when he was leaving the tent. I don't like raccoons. They used to torture me when I was in Toronto. It was even worse in Sudbury with the raccoons. Country raccoons, like the Sudbury raccoons, they're beefy. They're hardcore. They will kick your ass. The Toronto raccoons are at least polite. When you scream at them, they run away. You scream at a country raccoon, they laugh at you. There's no raccoons out here. I've got a possum. Lots of mice around here, and possums. No raccoons, which I can live with. Yeah, funny. It sucked. It was even then when I was in Ottawa, because I went from Toronto to Ottawa because Mark got me the camper and drove me from Ottawa to up here. That night, the first night there, I could not sleep at all. Like sleeping in beds, it took me forever to get used to sleeping in a bed again. Sitting outside about 2 o'clock in the morning in front of my door, two raccoons start walking by. They pop their head out, and then they walk to the middle of the road. They cross the street and jump up on the fence. But I swear to God, he looked at me as like, "Oh God, look at the trouble." Told me to f off, cross the street, and it's like, "Oh, where is it?" They said, "Well, my God, this neighborhood is going to shit." Once they saw me, but up here there are no raccoons, just a moose. Oh, there's not many mice or voles anymore. My dog hunts them down and brings them to me. It's disgusting. She's killed over 100 mice. That's why I've been working on hunting. Been training her to go after the rabbits. Like we work for 3 hours a day together for the hunt training, because I want her to focus the energy from mice to rabbits. Because I would like her to bring me a couple dead rabbits once in a while. That'd be nice. And here's the sad thing is I was gifted a PlayStation before I came up here, and I feel bad because I don't use the damn thing. I've used it for maybe since I've had it since March, a total of 10 hours. But I'll probably get use out of it during winter. I'm just not interested in games or media. I end up spending like my entire days outside with my dog, just walking, cutting trails, looking for interesting things in the woods. Like I found the old farm graveyard for the horses, or animal graveyard, just beyond down that away, just down one of my pathways. So that was a pretty cool find. I found a couple old farm dumps with like 100-year-old bottles on it. So I get to adventure a lot. I know, but the thing is, there's something about being outside that I don't mind. It's not that I'm used to it, it's healing. You can, you feel very close to, I don't know how to put it, so I'm going to put it this way, is you feel very close to God or the earth or the universe when you're just outdoors. I think people aren't meant to live in concrete cities, concrete boxes. Like this feels right. Just being outside in front of this fire. Like this grass, I refuse to cut the grass because it's so pretty. The fields, my dog likes to run through. I check her for ticks every night, don't worry. But it's just something about this. It feels right. It feels normal. It feels natural. I think that's the point. I'd rather be outside. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps me out in the algorithm. I really enjoy these streams. Um, I appreciate every single person who's in here. Also, there is a PayPal donation link in my YouTube bio somewhere. It's not necessary, but every penny helps towards supplies. Because I do need to stock up on more winter supplies. But I won't bother you with that spiel again. There's an airplane. And you don't worry about the grass burning out. I'm burning it all out here for a reason. I want to share more. I want to do a lot more fires. Again, this coming Thursday, I'm going to get one going for a long time. I'm planning on getting a couple beers. This, all I've burned is one load of wood in my thing. I go to the back, cut it down for like 15 minutes. If I do 5 to 10 loads of wood, I can have a nice big bonfire all night. Shiaka, whatever that last name is, that's not cool. That's not cool. Moosey Moo! Come home! Come here, Moose! Dude, can you see my dog? My. Oh, here coming. Moose! Okay, that was too long. That was too long. That took for you forever to come back. You're going in. Say goodnight. You look brokenhearted. Are you hunting? What are you hunting? You know that picture of the little girl out in front of the burning down house, like looking evil? That's what she's doing right now. That. You're a good moose. I love you, but you're going to bed. You got to go in. I don't want you to get lost or eaten. Maybe because you can be annoying. Right, right. Oh, my poor legs. Oh, so that'll be next week. I'll have a little bit of spending money. I'm planning on buying a small, like 4 beer for myself next week on Thursday. The rest is on supplies. I'll try to save $10 so I can grab the cheapest brisket I can get, roast it over the fire. I like to chew anyways. But, poverty. At least I get a fire. I'll try to get like some pheasant next week. Sorry, grouse and some fish, so I can do a grill for tomorrow. I actually, Elijah, I actually do. So, see those trees at the tall trees at the back there? I was sitting here. I was actually still up at the driveway this time, but I saw this light weaving in and out of the trees up there, like flying through the trees. It goes from there over all the way over there to the back, hits the ground and splits open. It's about 6 feet tall, 6 to 8 feet tall in the air. Splits open from 1 orb to about 9 orbs, then closes up and disappears. The next day, I'm having a fire at the back. We were on stream, and I heard some voices calling me into the woods that were calling my name, telling me to go to the woods, which freaked me out. The day after that, I was having another fire back there. It's why I don't have my fires back there anymore. And I swear to God, I saw a shadow person just watching me in the woods, and I was like, I'm not going back here anymore. I was done with that. That was a couple months ago. But there's a spot back there I can't record audio. If I bring this phone back there now, I'll get the internet signal right until I hit to a spot, and then the audio just shuts off. It's really weird. Well, Tony, my thing is I don't want to trap the birds. I want them to die right away so they don't suffer. And gut them, clean them. And I reason why I'm burning out here right now is I want to burn out to that tree right here, cut that down, and put a smokehouse there. So I can start. I've got the wood to build the smokehouse right now, so I can smoke some pheasant in September, October when I'm hunting them. That's the plan at least, because smoked meat lasts forever. Well, Jen, it's not just a story. I was live streaming the lights. I've posted it down to into a video, but I woke. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I went live when I saw the lights. I went outside because the frogs were really loud that night. I wanted to go shut them up. But I went live when I saw the lights, and people were going crazy. So it's not just my word. There were people around who saw it. Like, I was live. I had like 40 people there watching. And I've got a video of the shadow person. Yeah, no, it was. You could see it slowly, like going like this through the trees, and then landing down and all splitting open. People were saying it's fireflies, but fireflies they blink. These lights were just like not moving when they hit the ground. They were just like it opened. Pemmican is a good thing. It's just pemmican takes a lot of fat to make, and things like grouse would not produce enough fat to make it. You need to get like beef fat, like tallow, and I don't got the money for that, or bear fat, and bear meat I've told is disgusting. The plan this year is to get a moose and smoke the whole thing. I can deal with smoked meat, like hard smoked meat, so it's like dry and like that. I know how to work with that. That's just a simple soak it overnight, and you can fry it or stew it. Stewing it's better to be a little bit softer, but you can fry it after it's soaked in warm water overnight, and it's a good piece of meat. It's just I can work with that. Pemmican isn't something I really can work with and make something delicious out of. Or I can even soak it and then salt brine it. Well, we've got a tag for a moose this year. Me and four of the neighbors. We've already got the tag, and my one neighbor's got the rifle and the hunting and the gun permit. So we're gonna take a moose this year and split the meat 4 ways when that happens. But that won't be until the rut is over. So November. I haven't tried bear. That's what I said. I've heard it's gamey. I know when I had my rabbit last year, like when I was in Sudbury, I trapped a rabbit. I screwed it up. It was gamey as hell. It was so fucking gamey. But I still ate every last meat because I was meat starved. I'm meat starved right now, but at least I'm still getting protein. Lentils are good protein. But when I did get that rabbit, I used every single bit of it. I now know how to properly prepare a jackrabbit, and that is just skin it, gut it, boil it. So you make sure you get sorry you bleed it, you skin it, you gut it, you boil it so all the scum comes out of the meat. Then you grill it, cut it open to small pieces, and then you stew it. The gaminess will be cut into like a tenth. and you add the right spices. With gamey meat, fennel and cardamom really are good for gamey meat, so I'd probably do a rabbit curry. I like curry. And I've got some ghee and beef tallow I would use to add some fat into the dish. But yeah, no, I know with wild meat, it's all how you prepare it. Same with like pike. Pike is disgusting on its own. Like if you just grill it over the fire, the meat isn't pleasant. It's kind of bony. But the way I like pike is I know how to cut it, debone it, but I don't do that. I get the fillets, and then I take my knife and scrape all the meat off the bone. So I macerate the meat, throw it into my container, add some flour, heavily spice it, and make fish cakes out of it. And it's beautiful that way. But it can be like fish cake. Pikes as a fish cake are beautiful. You don't like bread and fry pike. It's just no. But as a fish cake that you heavily spice, like if you think you put a lot of spice into it, double that because you didn't put enough. Bass is beautiful, but I'm not getting any bass. We're supposed to be going to the rapids soon to do some pickerel fishing, and pickerel is amazing. Pickerel and walleye are the same fish. I haven't got a single bass. They're in the lake by me. It's just I don't have a boat, and right where I have access to fish, right along the banks, is very weedy. Where the pikes like, bass like a little bit more rocky and shoaly area, but it's too weedy where I'm fishing. So all I'm gonna get is pike. I'd need a boat to either get to deeper water for some splake. Splake is lake trout and brook trout. They've bred together. They're a crossbreed. They're really tasty, and they're in the deep water. I can't get those. Same with the bass or deep water with the pickerel. It's just where I'm fishing is all pike and sunfish and bluegill and perch. There the lights there are no neighbors that way. It's all crown land that past my land. My closest neighbor is right there. My other neighbor is double the distance away, but on the other side. It wasn't him. And that one I just showed you, he's not here. He's just building the place slowly. And when it happened, there was like not many people up here yet. All the plots were not sold. There were still what, one, two, three, four empty plots here, but now they're filled. Uh, Crown land doesn't mean what you think it does. Crown land means it's the people's land. If you want to go camping, you find crown land in Canada, which is there's a lot. You can just set up a tent there, stay for 20 days, and then move 20 feet away from that spot and stay another 20 days. You can camp there, hunt there, fish there. Everybody has access to it. It's just me, like where I am right now is so far north. This is all called an unincorporated township. So a lot of the building codes don't apply. Well, the building codes apply, but if I want to build a house here, I can without any permits. There's like no oversight. I also think it's illegal to eat swan here. Yeah, it means public land or what do you call BLM land in the states, like the Bureau of Land Management land. I don't know. Like until the fire is gone, I still have one more load of wood right here. So I'll burn that. Definitely gonna finish that wood, then I'm out. So now I know that one load of wood lasts about an hour and a half. I just wanted to have a fire outside in the dark tonight. I really wanted a fire to myself. And I decided, hey, I don't really want it by myself, but I do want a fire. I should share it. And I am. And I'll be doing the same thing next Thursday. So I'll probably have to do 5 loads of that wood to get a few 3 to 5 hours worth of burnout. So, and I'll have a beer. Oh, thank you. I like a fire. It's been too long since I've done this in the evening. I miss being able to have these fires. Like when I was in Toronto, yeah, I got chased off a few times, but I kind of miss hunting around for wood for like 5 hours, getting everything stocked up, ready for a nice big ass bonfire. But at least now I don't have any chance of kids showing up and making me leave. And I'm not sleeping in the valley in Toronto. Like I'm not homeless, so there's that as well. So I've got the enjoyment in. I just take 5 steps, I go to bed. 4 days this Thursday. Not here. Nope. Not this far up. It's been a very wet year for us up here. And even this land, if I dig 1 foot into the ground, that hole will fill up with water within 5 minutes. It's very wet land. Anywhere you see this kind of tree is called dogwood. It's extremely wet land. Dogwood loves very wet, like very wet earth, and it's a very tenacious grower. You can't get rid of it, and it's also good. With dogwood comes grouse, woodcock grouse. They're a small bird that are very tasty. I've eaten a few of them. Yeah, probably started around between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Probably 8 p.m. Maybe even 9 when it's dark out. Just so I can have that nice glow and a real fire. And I'll move it from here to a little bit over so I can do more burning out. That stump is gone. Ottawa, if you were to drive nonstop, about 9 hours, 9 hours north ish. Look up the town Cochrane, maybe 7 to 8 hour drive. I'm about a 4 hour and a half hour walk to Cochrane, 30-minute drive ish. It's been extremely wet. It's been so wet. I've had, what, 3 gardens drowned out because of the wetness. I believe Central. I'm in Ontario. Still in Ontario. So right now it's 9 p.m. Oh, there's a grouse just went flying by. Those were lucky. I think I just threw them in the right spot at the right time. Those were just luck. Very fortunate to have. Nah. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Nah, pickles for years. Fucking 25 gallons of pickles. 5 different flavors. I'm gonna throw my last bit of the wood in and let it burn. This stuff will burn a lot longer because it's fairly wet. It's the end pieces. But now I know each fill up I do is about an hour and a half of burn time, between an hour and an hour and a half. So for Thursday, I'll have to get about 6 buckets. It's amazing. I haven't gotten bitten by a single mosquito. When I first got out here, right before the fire started, I was getting eaten alive. But the second that started, they were running for their lives. Ow! Ooh, that hurts. I want to move closer to the fire so I can have some warmth. But the closer to the fire I get, the phone heats up too much. But I'm going to get closer anyways, because... Oh, no, it was just my leg was spasming. It sucks when it happens, but, you live with MS. It is what it is kind of deal. You don't have a choice. It hurts when it hurts, and it doesn't when it doesn't. Stories? I don't really know any scary stories. The only thing I got to draw on are things that actually have happened to me. And well, there is one happened a while back. 2023, I was staying in a very small tent, and this is like my first 2 weeks homeless. I kept getting woke up at the middle of the morning because there was someone outside of my tent saying, just standing out in front of my tent, an old woman. It was in my head. I was seeing, it was a nightmare, but it was so lucid and real. But I'll tell you the scariest story that happened to me when I was homeless. Oh, dude, where are you going so fast? Holy crap. So, I was in Toronto still, and I had this like one person, winter safe, small tent that I was staying in. This is October of 2023. I'm in that tent, and I hear some footsteps around the tent. And then I hear someone saying, is anybody in there? And it's like, yeah, what do you want? What do you want? What do you need? And he's like, "Oh, nothing. Just wanted to see who's in there." And he opens the. He asks me if I need any help. "Hey, do you need any help? I want to help you." Like, what do you need? What do you want? "I want to help you. I'm here to help you." Like, "Okay, but I'm fine. I don't need any help. But I want to help you." And this tent had a double door. So the inside door that's like over and up, plus the canvas tarp, which was zipped up. He opened the canvas tarp, unzipped it, and he's telling he wants to help me. And he's trying to unzip the inside door where I'm sleeping. And he's just trying to jiggle it open, trying to pull it open. And I'm keeping the two zippers shut by hand, not letting him open it. Just him saying he wants to come in and help me. Through the screen of the tent, through the fabric of the tent, not the screen, it was all zipped up. I can see him standing there trying to force it open with his left hand, and in his right hand, he's holding, like, he had a knife in his hand, like a big Bowie knife. I can see the metal in it. I can see it in his hand. Him just saying he wants to help me over and over and over again with a knife in his hand. That was pretty scary. So I said, "You know what? Fine, fuck it. I'm coming out right now." And I grabbed my pants and put them on and unzipped it, and I could hear him running to the woods, running away. That was pretty scary. I had a friend, Susan, up there, an older woman. She helped me out a lot. Helped me, gave me a lot of really good advice when I was first homeless. And I told her what had happened, and she said, "Yeah, stay out of the area for the night. I'm going to do the same thing. It's not safe tonight." And that's what I did. I ended up spending the night walking around, just with nowhere to be, because I freaked out to sleep down there. I had that camp ripped apart within a minute. I just slashed all the guide wires I had cut them all down, wrapped the tent up, stuffed it in my bag, and I was gone. Come back the next day, my friend Susan, she was like 65 when I first met her, so she's 67 now. She texted me to ask if I can come help her because that day, that over that night, someone slashed her tent to pieces with a knife. She lost her tent, everything, and then took off to Niagara Falls. But yeah, she lost everything. So there's a guy. If I was a woman by myself, I was gonna get, yeah. And he had no good intention. He had all intentions to use that knife on me. But when you show a little backbone, they're all cowards. That was probably my most horrifying night. Yes, it does work. OG, that does work. I'm not homeless anymore, so I don't need to do all these precautions. But when I had my shack, I stayed in a shack when I was in Toronto. So I've got a home now, OG. It's right there. That's where I live. When I was in the shack in Toronto, before I left Toronto for Sudbury, I did that with fishing line and cans. I tied fishing lines, ran it through all the pathways, anywhere that was leading to my camp. And it was jingle the cans I had up through the ceilings in my camp, in my little shack, just as an early warning system for someone's coming by so I could escape. I was also pelted with fireworks in that camp. Like, they were pelting me all night. Had crackheads try to take the camp from me. Then I left Toronto, went for Sudbury. I spent a day back in Toronto, like 5 months after I left it, and I checked out the area, see who's still around there, if there's anybody I know who needs help. Went back to the old shack because it had been torn down a couple times, re-put back up, and looked inside, and it was full of garbage and crap and feces and all that stuff. So someone had took it over and ruined the damn thing. Well, Suzanne, I know I've got PTSD from it. I still now am very Footsteps wake me up. If I hear someone walking, I wake up. That's why I was going crazy before the camper got moved onto my lot when I was on the road. And the knocking scares the crap out of me. I, 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 I can't afford therapy. I don't even have supplies for the month. I'm waiting. I'm out of supplies. I'm waiting for next Thursday when I get $180 from the ad revenue so I can buy more supplies to last me a month. And then even then it'll be budgeted. Super, super budgeted meals. Therapy's expensive. Even in Canada. Unless you've got a medical plan, they're not covering that. Your regular OHIP doesn't cover it. And I don't got medical insurance. They would cover it on Ontario Works, but I can't even get the welfare because I got that camper, because I got the home. Legit, it is me against the wilderness, doing whatever I can to survive. What's been getting me through is the YouTube, and when I can pick up a job here and there. It would be nice to have therapy, but it's just something it's impossible. Oh, don't worry. I appreciate it, even though you're probably an American. We're all humans. Doesn't matter. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yeah, no, no, no. It's nothing to be. Everybody's got their trauma. Like I'm divorced, and the way things went with me for that through the end of the marriage, I don't have the trust there, and I'm pretty damn sure I'll never date again for the rest of my life. But I don't need a relationship. I've got my dog in there, and she loves me unconditionally. She's not gonna betray me. She's not gonna take everything when you get sick. She'll be there for me. That's the best relationship. That dog is probably the best relationship I've had in my entire life. Well, thank you very much, OG. I really appreciate it. Well, Suzanne, I'm glad you're proud of it. You should be proud of where you're from. And in fact, I think things are getting good for the States. I think you've got, despite his actions, because the way he acts, I don't like your leader. But on the same note, is he's for America. He's for your country. So he's the leader. That's the kind of leader you want. That he is doing what is best for the country, not what is popular. So I think, yeah, even though it's affected me, I got laid off because of him. But I get it. He's American. He loves America. He's trying to do what's right for the country. Uh, OG, I got married when I was 22. I got divorced when I was 30. And you know what I have to say about that is you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Oh, I know. There's a lot of crap going on there. I don't want to get into the politics behind it. I think that part is sad. It's the same with Canada. Like your country is built on immigrants, but let's not get into the politics of it. I'll put you. I'm of the mind that Canada and the United States should be strengthening relationships, not hurting it, because we've got something the states don't, is the resources: lumber, gold, water, diamonds, jade. Did I mention lumber? Lots of lumber, and land, vacant land, and oil. Lots of oil. Oh, thank you, Ghost Knight. Yeah, no, it was I needed something different instead of just black coffee. 'Cause I'm out of sugar, and it added a nice sweetness to it and a citrusiness to it. So my next thing is I'm gonna use some tamarack when I get some sugar next week and make some tamarack soda. I want something sweet and bubbly. I'm gonna make some out of the tamarack. You have a good night, OG. I kind of wish I gathered more wood, but I know now it lasts just about an hour and a half, one box full. I bring a tote. I bring a very large tote with me into the woods, and it's right here. I bring that with me and cut wood, size it down so it fits in there, pack it full, and bring it out. So for the next, when I have the bonfire this Thursday, I'll do about five of those full. So I'll do 5 trips. That should be enough to last a few hours, several hours. But this has been pretty good, an hour and a half. I'm not complaining. It's exactly what I wanted, exactly what I needed. Oh, entertainment. This is entertainment. I'm outside a lot. Like I hunt and I hike a lot now when my legs let me. And I've been making trails for the fun of it. And I have books. I've read through all of my books. I got to get more books. And I do have a game, but I'm not really interested in playing games recently. Just no interested in booting it up and playing. It's just boring to me. But that'll change during the winter. I know during winter I'll be spending a lot more time indoors. But Elijah, I'll tell you a little something. When you're living this far up north, this far away from the cities, this off grid, because I am off grid. Yeah, I've got the internet, but I'm not connected to power or water. I get my water from a spring. There are very little services around, so I'm off grid. When you're this in the bush like I am, in the middle of nowhere, you find yourself needing less. I don't need a TV all day. I don't need entertainment. I don't need all these movies and need to be constantly seeing something. I'm just cool with going for a walk in the bush or heck, even just chilling here by the fire. You need less. And I think the cities, they stimulate you so much through the day that you need constant stimulation. But there's less, and you realize when there is less, you need less. Ooh. Oh, Susan, I know how that goes. So I'd been sleeping fantastically for the last few months, but I hadn't been on my medication. Now that I'm back on the meds, like I'm taking all my MS medication because I have them, I'm not getting much sleep. I'm having these nightmares. I'm maybe getting 1 to 2 hours a night. If I'm really exhausted, then I'll finally get some sleep. But the nightmares that the meds cause, and I know what it's like to have the lack of sleep, and I know it fucking sucks. It's getting cold. So I'm probably going to be ending this at the hour and 30-minute mark. This is safe to leave out and burn. It's still burning down the stump. But I've got nothing to add on to it. This will burn out within a half an hour. But we're going to do another bigger one with more wood, bigger fire on Thursday evening. And I'm even going to pick myself up maybe 3 to 4 beers. And 3 to 4 beers is enough to get me plastered beyond plastered. I'm a lightweight when it comes to alcohol. And we'll sit down and have a couple drinks. It'll be fun. Yeah, the night terrors are, they're not fun, especially ones that are caused from a chemical imbalance because of medication. Like every single thing you've ever done wrong in your life, the time I stuffed gum underneath the desk when I was 3 years old, it comes back. Everything comes back with that, and like it's so. I'm a very vivid, lucid dreamer, and it's so real. I'm glad I haven't had the one dream. I used to have false awakenings when I was homeless in the tent, where I'd wake up in my bed looking at my ceiling, just wake up again in my tent and not know where I am, looking at the screen of a tent, especially winter, covered in ice, not understanding what the situation is because I don't know what year it is. I don't even know where I am. And then everything just, oh shit, yeah, this is my life now, comes back to you. Those were pretty bad. And what I'm scared of is I'm going to start having those dreams where I'm waking up, but in reverse, where I'm having a false awakening in the tent that I was sleeping at, looking at that and forgetting that's not me anymore. That I've got my home. That I'm don't got the fear of people coming to beat the crap out of me every day. I don't want that dream. It does that. It gets dark. At sundown is at 9:20. When that happens, it gets dark. Oh, jeez. I do not wish sleep paralysis on my worst enemy. Oh, guys, I'm gonna say goodnight now. I got 1 minute left, but I'm heading in. She's pretty much burned down. It was a nice, big, beautiful fire. Going to be doing a bigger one this coming Thursday. If you want to support the channel, please do. There's a PayPal donation link in my YouTube bio. Supers are cool too, and likes are free. So that's awesome. I love you all, but I'm heading in and going to go bother a puppy. And the big, big bonfire is coming up this Thursday. I'll grab 5 to 10 buckets worth of wood so we can keep it going for most of the night. Love y'all, but I gotta go.